This is number 54 in Chapter 1. It deals with a temperature conversion. The question reads that the warmest temperature ever measured in the United States is 134 degrees Fahrenheit. And this was measured in Death Valley, California in 1913. Convert the temperature to Celsius and Kelvin. So we want to convert this to Celsius, and we also want to convert it to Kelvin. And so this is really just using the equation to interconvert between temperatures. If we're looking at trying to determine degrees Celsius, we can convert Fahrenheit into Celsius using this expression. Degrees Fahrenheit minus 32 over 1.8. If we then just plug in our values, we have 134 for our temperature. We have the 32, which is part of the equation, as well as the 1.8. And if we go further with that, do the subtraction, we get 102 over that 1.8. When we do the division, we get our degrees Celsius equal to 56.667 degrees Celsius. Now that's just what we get out of the calculator. If we're concerned about significant figures, then we have to go to the division that we did here, taking 102 over 1.8. Now the 1.8 is an absolute number, so that is not going to affect the number of significant figures, but the 102 is based on a measurement. It's based on the measurement of 134 degrees Fahrenheit. So that means we should have our value listed to 3 significant figures. And so that means our degrees Celsius would be equal to 56.7 degrees Celsius. Again, the 6 is going to turn into 7. It's going to be rounded up because of the 6 that's beside that uncertain digit. So that's the first part of this question, is figuring out the degrees Celsius. The second part is looking at Kelvin, and Kelvin is that big K, and its equation is 273.15 plus your degrees Celsius. Now when you're doing subsequent calculations, remember you always want to go in not with a rounded number, but with the full actual value. So when we plug this in, we have our absolute value for our Kelvin conversion, and I'm also going to put in what we calculated for our degrees Celsius. The full value, 56.667, and I'm going to mark where its last significant figure actually is. And so if we add these up, our value of Kelvin would be 329.817. But again, we did this addition here, and we have a value that would have been a result from a measurement. And so we can only now, with addition and subtraction, use the value that is the least accurate. So that means that we would be changing this value to reflect that to the 10th place. So the final answer with concerns of significant figures would be 329.8 Kelvin, and there is no need to round because the 1 is below 5, that is beside the 8. So there are your two values. You have 56.7 degrees Celsius is equal to 134 degrees Fahrenheit, and then that is also equal to 329.8 Kelvin.